Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, Martine? Martina? Oh, ooh. So what you guys up to today? Just letting folks know on Facebook I'm going live. On YouTube. Yeah. Sorry, guys. What's going on? Oh, day's pretty crap, man. I went outside this morning, woke up, had a good breakfast, went and head on out to do some shooting, and it's just pouring rain. Checked out the forecast. Nothing but rain all weekend. So I figured I'd check in with you guys and see how you're doing. But I was having this itch to shoot my old Casper from Prime Fork Catapults. Uh, had some people asking me questions about this frame, and I was like, oh man, it's been a while since I shot it. So I banded it up, got it ready to go, went outside, and it's just pouring rain. Pouring rain, real cold, wet, nasty. Mini TTF hammer. It's a great frame. That was one of my first frames. Was the Hammer Pro from GZK. Absolutely love that frame. Yeah, I was really hoping to get some good shooting, had some videos. I was up last night, my little book, just writing down ideas for videos coming up, and I was gonna go shoot one today about frame hits, but anyway, here we are. Yeah. Ooh, Martina, I think we got your weather. Yeah, rain, 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 lots of rain. Yeah, me too. The weather's been crazy though recently. Last week on Wednesday, it was minus 19 when I shot a video, and the next day it was plus 5. The day after that was 15. Now we're back down to the minuses again. It's just berserk. But we didn't get all that much snow this year, although it looked like it. But we didn't get all that much snow this year, so I'm hoping we get a lot of rain coming into spring to make sure that the water goes up. We're gonna, if I want to get a good spring fishing in this year, I'm gonna need that water to rise up a little bit. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very short fishing season this spring. We're gonna go after some catfish first, and maybe some pike should be fun. So let's go, rain. Get to it. Melt all that crap. Oh, you guys do any shooting today? I know Martina has, but how about you? Oh yeah, I've actually seen it here before. Go from like minus 15 to plus 15 in 24 hours. It's crazy. It's crazy the weather we get here. These weather patterns roll in, and it causes chaos, especially in spring. In 2019, we had a crap ton of snow where I live and farther up north. And when the spring hit, March hit, it was nothing but warm weather and rain, and everything melted really fast. We had floods everywhere. Floods everywhere. A lot of the streets were blocked. I was starting to get nervous. I had the little creek that goes in behind my house just before the train tracks, and that water was like maybe 6 or 7 inches from the top. It was ready just to pour right down onto my house. It would have been terrible. I think on my old YouTube channel, I have a video of the floods that we had in 2000. It was 2017 and 2019. It was crazy what we had here. 3 years, two major floods, 200-year floods in 2 years. Crazy. Hey Martina, what were you shooting today? Oh yeah, I love fishing for trout. Fishing for trout's one of my favorite things too. I love using the Mepps Agula for that little for those ones. Get those little small ones for brook trout. So much fun. Trout's a blast to fish for. So I've got an idea for a video about targets. Now, we all use different flippers and spinners and all that kind of stuff. But I got something pretty cool coming in the mail. I want to show it to you guys, and I think you'll like it. I'm going to add a link for you guys to check it out. I don't want to give it away too much right now, but when it arrives, I'm going to do the video, and we should be able to get some serious shooting done because my eye is going to be fixed by then. So it's going to be great. So it's one of the amount of snow we've ever had. So I think we're going to have water problems. Oh, no, that's no good. I think you guys ended up getting the winter that we usually get. Well, you guys get quite a bit of snow down there too, don't you, in Winnipeg? I was kind of expecting much more snow this year. They were calling for a really nasty winter, and it was really nothing. It wasn't really that cold. Usually we have 2 or 3 weeks of minus 30 over here, but and then sometimes it even goes like with the wind chill goes into the minus 40s, but we got nothing like that this year. It was like oh man, I didn't even put on my big jacket once this year. Hey, Donald. What's up, buddy? Look at this band I got. 0.6 red off of red and white. Has a weird Chinese name. I can't remember the name, but it's really good stuff. That 2 to 15 or 12 to 15? A 2 mil band is pretty thin. Is that Jing Liang Jing? It's got like starts with a J and the words like this long, the brand? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the range is killing me, man. I had a weekend this weekend where I had planned, I wanted to shoot 3 or 4 videos, just trying to get ahead a little bit. So when I go in for my eye surgery, you guys don't miss out on any content coming through. But anyway, nothing but rain this week. So I'll have to squeeze them in after work in between wrestling practices and all that stuff with my son. So, well, we'll see. We'll see what I can get done. I got one set up and ready to go for Tuesday, but I wanted to release a video today, but it's not going to happen. So anyway, we'll chat here today live for a bit, and then I got a video I wanna shoot about making your own bands versus buying pre-made band sets, and then maybe I could squeak that one out tomorrow, and then we'll have one Tuesday, and anyway, the rest of the ones I'll have to do as they come in. Yeah, buddy, me too. You know how frustrating this is, man. Before this eye started giving me trouble, I was shooting one of those Wasp 2.5 centimeter flippers. I was hitting it in between 7 and 8 on 10, and sometimes I got 10 on 10. That's how tight my groups were. And then slowly but surely, I started having issues, and I didn't understand why. I'm like, oh man, it must be something with my form and this and that. And then I started realizing that everything started getting fuzzy and more fuzzy and more fuzzy. And now I'm having a hard time seeing a can. I shoot mostly cans nowadays only because I could see the glare off of it actually kind of reflects a little bit and sparkles. So it kind of, I get like little jabs of light that pop through. But that's what I've been shooting is cans recently, only because I could see them a little bit better than everything else. And they contrast against the snow. When I hang them in my catch box, it gets a little dicey. And in the video I just shot recently, I shot an 8 centimeter flipper, and I got like 8 on 10, maybe 7 on 10. I just skipped the top of one of them. I'll let you guys be the judge on that when I release a video. But my record hitting that 8 centimeter flipper was 57 times in a row. 57. And I can barely make 10 now. It's driving me berserk. Once all this is all fixed, I should be back in action. But man, it's frustrating. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about, Martina. That's that crazy stuff. Atlantic Woodsman, what's up, dude? Greg, what's going on? Buddy, the Ranger recurve. Whoo! I don't know what to tell you about this frame. I want to do a review on it, but I've got to make sure that my eyes are good, because when I do the review on that slingshot, we're gonna be able to do some stupid shooting with that thing. Not only does it fit in your hand like an extension of your body, but it's so, it locks into your hand insane. Like, it doesn't even matter if you're shooting heavy bands. I don't think there's going to be any recoil or anything on those. It's crazy stuff right there. What an amazing frame. That range of recurve, I'm kind of blown away that more people aren't talking about that frame. And just to be clear, I don't know Bill Hayes. I have no affiliation with him. In fact, I saw him quite a long time ago when I was cruising videos about slingshots, and I barely knew anything about him except for people talking about him being a legend. And let's face it, now that I know who he is, rightfully so, but that dude can design a slingshot. Let me tell you, that range of recurve, holy shit. Oh yeah, I mean, if I was asking the doctor about how my eyes were going to look, what my view was going to be like after they removed the lens and put in the synthetic one, and apparently I'll be able to see a mosquito's pecker from 50 yards, no problem. So if that's the truth, then I'm in business. I cannot wait, and there isn't a target out there that's going to be safe. Let me tell you. Hey, Steve, what's going on, buddy? You made it. I'm happy to see you here. What trout have we got over here? We've got rainbow trout, brook trout, cutthroat trout. People say speckled trout, but as far as I know, speckled trout and brook trout are the same thing. It's just a different name for the same fish. We've got gray trout or lake trout. There's Aurora trout and Algonquin, and there's some other kind too. There's another one. I can't remember. I know all the brown trout that we have, from what I understand, are all stocked and introduced. I've never caught a brown trout before. Yeah, buddy. Let me tell you, like right now, like just to give people an idea of what it looks like through my eye. If you go up to a frozen window and you breathe on it, and you get all that mist, well, that's pretty much how everything looks. Like, some people have asked me, how am I still shooting the way I do with this eye, when really I'm pretty much legally blind in my eye. I can't read anything. I can't see anything at a distance. But when I'm looking at something, all I see is like a blob of color, and that's what I shoot at. I can't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you if it was a can or a flipper down at the end. It's just a blob of color that I'm shooting at, and that's it. And when I'm shooting cans, if I get a bright enough colored one, they tend to reflect the light when they start getting dense in them, and that kind of helps me out a tiny little bit. But if it's too bright outside, I can't see nothing, and if it's too dark outside, I can't see nothing. So in my latest few videos where you actually saw me shooting pretty decent, it's only because I went out on an overcast day where there's no glare off the snow and no glare off the sun. That's it. Actually, if you want to laugh, Steve Young says old trout. Now, I used to go fishing up in this place and call this small lake called Lac Berval in Quebec, and they had this fish they used to call the legend fish. It was called Big Red. It was these really old wild trout that were in this little lake, and they got really big, and they started changing to like a red color. And there was all kinds of stories. There was all kinds of stories of how this fish had him on, and he took off, and nobody ever caught him, and whatever it is. And it was kind of crazy because the original owner was this man named Clarence. And then his son, I can't remember his name, took over when Clarence was like 102. His son was like 70. He took over the fishing lodge, and everyone was fishing for this stupid big red fish. Everyone was trying to catch him. And you could fish in this stupid lake all day long, not get a bite. it happened to many people over. Hey, it happened to many people over and over and over again where they never caught nothing. But when you're in your boat and you're looking over, all you see is fish everywhere. They're everywhere. But there was so much natural food in that lake that Big Red and all of his gang of buddies wouldn't take a lure. But we've had the last time I was there with my dad, my uncle, and my brother. And my uncle hooked up onto something really, really big. And we thought for sure, holy shit, we got Big Red. But whatever it was actually straightened his hook out and it was gone. So the legend may be true. Yeah, me too, man. I'm telling you, when it didn't work out for my last date, I was really, really upset. Not being able to go outside and basically perform the way I want to perform shooting, it makes me it pisses me off a little bit. I'm out there putting out and I'm out there putting out mediocre shooting, which in turn for me makes it feel like I'm putting out mediocre content, and I don't like it. So I got to get this thing fixed as soon as possible, so I can bring my level back up to where it belongs. April 4th is the big day, buddy. Greg, April 4th is the big day. April 4th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, me too for you, buddy. Atlantic Woodsman. Hopefully you can get your eye all fixed up too, and you'll be back to an eagle eye with your shooting eye again. That'd be awesome. Have I ever used Theraband Gold with 9.5 steel? If so, what taper did you use? I'm using 2520, but now it's a little slow. Yeah, you see, I know a lot of people like that taper 2520. I can't stand it. I think it's just overweight for nothing. I mean, if you're shooting it cold, it will be required, but I am a 2515 guy all day long, and I get way better speeds than I did when I was shooting the 2520 with 9.5 steel. Just my opinion. I'm not going against saying all these other guys that shoot these things are they may like it and agree with it, but I don't know. From the testing that I've done, I find it an inferior taper for that kind of stuff. Unless it's really cold outside, then you need the extra rubber to make it shoot. Yo, Chuckin, what's up, buddy? Yeah, bacon would have got me, buddy. if I ever see a hook with a piece of bacon flop up onto the boat, I'm telling you, this is going to be the last time we ever talk because I'll be gone. What's mediocre, dude? You're far from mediocre, buddy. Very far. Oh, that's cool. Is she a youngin' like me? No worries, buddy. Actually, I did a video just not too long ago on Theraband Gold, and I believe I tested it. It might have been 24 to 12. I used a taper for it, but I believe I tested 9.5 and 8 mil steel on that video. Pickle Forks. Okay, so here's the deal with Pickle Forks. Okay, I actually bought one from Wasp. I have one downstairs. I went downstairs and I tried shooting it short draw, and I hit the frame twice on my hand. So I think the next time around when I'm giving this thing a try, I'm going to go back to a full butterfly and shoot it that way. And I think I'll have better success. Either that or I'll do like a 3/4, where I got my hand back here, just drawing it back to my ear or so. I'll give it a try again, but I'm willing to give Pickle Forks another shot. I just find the one that I got from Wasp is a little bit tiny for my hand, but I've seen that one that they have from Simple Shot. It's got longer handle on it. I think that might be a better fit for me. Yeah, 86 years old. You see, that's part of the issue. I'm a good 40 years younger than her, and I got them real bad. Yeah, actually, if my left eye was anything like my right eye, I'd be forced to stay home. I wouldn't be able to drive anymore. Luckily, the good old left eye is hanging in there. What's my favorite band? I guess I probably, that's a tough one. I have three bands that I really like. I'm shooting 100%. Actually, I got it on the old Casper right now. I got 100% 0.5 on here right now, and I've been blowing up cans and doing some nasty work with these bands. But I really like Sniper Sling Yellow in summertime when it's warm out. The 100% 0.5 seems to be a little bit better in winter, and I like Simple Shot a lot. Those three bands are great. The Sniper Sling Black, they are by far the fastest bands out there, but I find them a little bit stiff, a little bit gnarly on the draw. But my goodness, do they bring the heat? Hey Steve, did you go get those peeps checked out? Maybe you got the same thing as me going on. It happened like this. Just started coming in, and everything started. I noticed it at nighttime first, where I couldn't see nothing, and then slowly but surely it started affecting my daytime stuff. And I noticed I had to keep on putting my phone brighter and all kinds of stuff. But maybe you've got the same issue as me, bud. Where did I buy my little redneck bling here? Is what you're asking me about? I got that off of Amazon actually. I bought two of them, one for me and one for my boy. So we both got the old redneck bling on the baseball cap. Definitely, Steve. I'm pretty much right there with you, buddy. I'm like I'm willing my ammo right to those cans these days. Yeah, whenever I was shooting a three quarter draw, I was also just giving it a very slight speed bump to my finger, and actually I had pretty good results in it. But out of all the frames I've ever shot in full butterfly, um, it's actually a very narrow fork that I made myself out of a piece of beech. Actually, I should have brought it up and I would have showed it to you if I would have known we were be talking about this. But it was one that I carved out myself. It's a little tiny thing, and I have a video on it somewhere. Maybe I'll post it on Facebook later on for those of you who want to check it out. Do I ever shoot a Unifox? Yeah, buddy, I do. I have the original Unifox in the satin red, and I got the Enzo. But in my opinion, the Enzo is far superior to the Unifox, even though they're almost identical. Those slight changes made giant, giant improvements, in my opinion, on that frame. So I'm an Enzo guy all day. Actually, that's one of my favorite frames of all time, believe it or not. Yeah, man, I've got a couple of really good shooters, man, that I've carved out myself. I have one of them that I'll be sending to a friend very shortly. It's actually my first ever carved slingshot. I'm going to be sending that one to a buddy. But I also did a what do you call it? A sparrow. I carved a sparrow out of a out of a piece of ash, I think it was. Yeah, it was ash. Piece of ash. I carved out a sparrow only because I wanted one. The original sparrow has about I think it's an 83 fork width, millimeter fork width, and I wanted one that was 90. So I remade another one with slightly bigger tips. But as soon as I finished doing that, I didn't even put the finishing coat or oil on it. I just banded up, went out, and I started cutting cards with it. It was awesome. I also did some pretty good shooting too. I carved out a Titan Hunter. Basically, I just took the pattern off of my Titan Hunter and I carved one out, and it came out pretty nice too. We'll probably be doing some more shooting with that one in the near future. Yeah, buddy, you can't go wrong with the Enzo. Enzo is just an awesome frame. Actually, I did a video one time about slingshots under 50 bucks. I think it was in this video anyway, where I talked about the Enzo, and I have one of my favorite all-time shots I've ever done in that video. Basically, we were on a hill. There was like a little bit of a valley, and there was a log going across with a big hole in it. And what I did was, is I took a little stick and I stuck it in the ground, and I attached a bottle cap to the end of the stick, and then I walked all the way back around. It was about 12 meters away, and I had to shoot my shot down a hill, over a valley, through a 4-inch hole to hit the cap that was about a foot and a half to 2 feet behind it, and I landed it on my first shot too. It was freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm with you there on that. Chuck and Steel says, I wish Simple Shot would make dedicated OTT shooters for their affordable frames instead of doing the multi. Me too. If they can come out with a Scout LT dedicated only to OTT, I would be down with that like crazy. I find depending on how you set it up, you end up getting a weird little divot inside of your bands, and it kind of bugs me a little bit. I don't think it really affects the shooting at all, but it would be nice. It would make it cleaner looking anyway, in my opinion. Yeah. Hey, so here's a hack, Atlantic Woodman. Just wait till next week. That's all. And it's a nice cheap one too. It's only like 19 bucks or 20 bucks, I think, that one. Really reasonably priced frame, and really nice too, actually. It's super comfortable. And whatever it is that the Simple Shot makes those plastic frames out of, you can beat the hell out of those things. I mean, they're pretty much bomb proof. I think if a nuke ever goes off, the only thing that'll be left are a bunch of sparrows and cockroaches. Yeah, it was so disappointing. I had a bunch of plans this year to do the to do some ice fishing, and I wanted to do an overnighter out on the ice so we can stay out all night, do some fishing, do some shooting, and get a little campfire going off on one little island or something like that, spending there, relaxing there for the night, shutting the camera off after going to bed, and then waking up in the next morning and fishing again in the morning during prime time. But with the whole COVID thing happening, and then the weather got all stupid, it was just like, nope, not going to happen this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. Yes, sir. I've got a Wasp FTC too, and I do some excellent shooting with that frame. It's really, really nice. But that's another one. I think it's a. I find the grip on it is just a little bit small for me. If it was a little bit beefier, I think it would be perfect. But the Wasp S, you really can't go wrong with Wasp. I mean, almost all the Wasp frames that I've tried so far have been badass, except for that Pickle Fork. But that's only because I got to figure out how to shoot them. But they're pretty damn good. They got a lot of good frames. Yeah, I still got ice. Yeah, I could actually. I'm for sure I can go fishing right now if I wanted to. There's probably about a foot and a half still over here, but there's like, I don't know. There's like 4 or 5 inches of water plus slush on top of it. I don't want to be slopping around in that crap all day long. Although my mucks would take it, but it makes for cold feet all day long, and there's no way to get around it. That's the only thing. Yeah, I haven't even tried the FTC and full butterfly yet. Not yet. The only two frames I really like shooting in those is my Axiom Ocularis LE and my and that little wood one I was telling you about. Should probably give that thing a name. But I did some good shooting with that thing in that video. Yeah, I know it's tough, but there's a few things that I won't skimp on when it comes to my slingshot stuff. And I mean, for me, ordering stuff from the United States and ordering stuff from the UK, I tend to get the UK stuff before I get the stuff from the United States. For shipping, it tends to be faster, but it tends to be a little bit more expensive. So if I order something from like a Wasp or Caddyshack or whatever it is, Caddyshack tends to be the shipping seems to be a little bit slower, but Wasp is usually pretty quick. But the shipping cost is, oh man, like 24 pounds for us. It's almost like double a dollar for us. So it's like $40 for shipping, and then $20 for a slingshot. But anyway, when it comes to my targets, any kind of flipper, all other flippers can just piss right off. The only ones that are worth any time for me is the ones from Wasp. I've never had one break on me yet. I've shot them in extreme cold and extreme warm, put an absolute whooping on those things. Wasp flippers, by far the best in the game. Oh, buddy, I wish the sun was out here today. I wanted to get some shooting done, but it ain't gonna happen, boy. It's just pouring rain. I'm gonna post a few things later on Facebook of what was going on outside today. I hit a can like 3 or 4 times, but after that the pouch started slipping and the frame was slipping. It was just getting covered and wet. Sucked. Oh, I'm getting rain, man. Just rain, 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 and more rain. It sucks. All day today, all day tomorrow, just rain. Yeah. And it feels like -3 with the wind chill, so it makes it extra uncomfortable when you're out there shooting. Yo, Tim, what's up, buddy? Yeah. I was hoping to get my hands on one of those Axiom X's there today, yes, or this week, but I went on over to Simple Shot, and sure enough, they're all sold out. So I put in one of those, one of those messages, send me an email when they come in because I want to get my hands on one of those. I'm hoping it's going to be one of the gunmetal ones because those are pretty damn nice. For those of you who might be looking out for a new slingshot, Andrew over at Prime Fork Catapults just released a new one called the Cygnus. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. When you see this frame, you're going to start drooling. Bring an extra shirt. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know who we made this one for, but it's like gray G10 with black G10 and these orange liners and an orange core. It is the sexiest damn thing I've ever seen. I freaking love it. I'm going to have to get my hands on one of those and do a video on it, but I'm telling you, amazing. Yeah, I know, Chuck, and the shipping is pretty bad. I think it might be actually a little bit cheaper coming up to us than it is to you guys, but the shipping for us is not the end of the world, but it's still pretty expensive. It's almost $50. Yeah, it can be tough, but at least part of the issue too is, let's say for example, I go and I buy something from Simple Shot. I can have it sent FedEx and have it in 3 days, but then they're going to bust me for an extra $20 at the customs. So when I buy it the other way, it takes forever to get here, but when it gets here, I don't have to pay any extra stuff, which is why I end up doing it that way all the time. I don't want to have to pay, I don't want to have to pay, say $100 plus the exchange, which brings it up to like $135, plus an extra $20 at tax and the extra for shipping. It's just like, no, man, we've taken like a $20 item and made it go all the way up to God knows. This is why I stopped ordering from GZK as well, because unless I'm making a huge order for a bunch of stuff, I don't bother ordering from GZK, only because he always sends it by UPS or one of those guys, and then they bust me for customs every single time. So I end up having to pay an extra 20 or $30. Yeah, buddy. Chuck Castile, I was sure that you had that thing on your radar, because I don't know if you saw that, what I'm talking about with the orange liners and all that, but my God, was that a beautiful frame, eh? Brand name of the custom. Which custom? Hey, Tim, you're going to love that PFX2. It's one of my favorite frames of all time. It's in my list. It's an amazing frame. And I think actually Chuck and Steele will back me up on that. That's a beautiful frame. You're going to love it. Yeah, Sniper Sling. I don't know how they do it, man. Sniper Sling, one of the best places to buy from, in my opinion. Excellent place. They got so many good things. But for me to actually get the S Robin, because I was actually looking for the S Sinom, couldn't find one, so I got my buddy to make me one. And then I went looking again to try to see if I can pick up another one from Sniper Sling because I wanted to show their stuff because their work is great. Everything they have is high quality. So finally, I sent Min an email. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm trying to buy one of your Slingshots. Can you please let me know when it comes up so I can actually buy one and review it? And sure enough, he sent me a message. Look, in a week on this date, we're releasing 10 more. Get on there. So I was sitting there checking like every single day, going up to that to see as soon as it popped up, I bought it and I was able to get one. But I've been trying to buy another one since. All full, all sold out. As soon as they pop up, they disappear that fast. It's crazy. Yes, sir. PFX2 all day. There you go, bro. You'll be rocking the redneck bling too in no time. Sniper Sling is the shit. I'm telling you. I love that. I love that store. Probably one of my favorites. It would be great if they had a little bit more, if they had a couple more options for elastic to buy. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you really can't go wrong with their elastic anyway. So for me, I'm good. Yeah, I was actually blown away when I tried the first time I tried the Sniper Sling Yellow 0.5. I couldn't believe how nice the draw was and what kind of speeds I was getting. We were in that 315 range, 315, 316. And I was like, man, these things are screaming fast. And then finally, when I got the Crony out, I was like, whoa, I can't believe it. It was pretty quick. Yeah, but you know what? I agree. I think Sniper Sling needs to make more than 10 at a time. But I think the issue is that they got a small. I'm just speculating here, but I think they have a small group of guys that are making these frames, and they're extremely talented. Like I don't know if you guys have all seen my review on the S Robin, but I don't think I've ever seen fit and finish and quality like that in my life. It is absolutely amazing, and if they go and hire a bunch of other guys that are not going to be at the same quality, like these guys are slingshot ninja gurus. I don't know what to say. They're master builders if we're talking Lego movie, but amazing stuff. Amazing. So if it becomes a little bit more difficult to get your hands on, I understand it kind of sucks, but just know this, when you do get one from them, you're going to be blown away by the quality. When will the spring come my way? I think we're working towards the spring right now. I think it won't be long, but it's not uncommon to get snow, big snowfalls all the way into April, uh, and odd flurries and whatnot into early May. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be nice all the way through, and we'll get this crap over and done with, so we can start getting some real shooting out in the bush and having some fun again. Now that all the restrictions from COVID are lifting and all that stuff, I'm going to be back out doing my overnighters and all that stuff again. Because when I don't get time to get my woods time, I go a little batshit crazy. So it's important for me to get out there. Oh wow, how cool is that, man? That'll be awesome, man. Getting out to do a tournament. That would be I gotta give that a try. I know they got a couple of them down on the East Coast in the U.S. where they have these tournaments. I think I'll have to see where my eye lands. But my first focus once this thing is fixed is I want to go and complete the rest of my ISCOR challenges. I mean, I was training real hard on my way to get to that point, and then everything went wrong. But hopefully, we'll be able to lock that down and get those last 4 finished. Because the first 4, I don't know if you guys ever saw my ISCOR videos where I had to shoot the challenges with the video with the tape and all that stuff. But I did those shots with I shot the first 2 in the first day, and then I went home and I edited the 2 of them. I submitted them both. Got my qualifications, and then the very next day I went out and I shot the last 2 videos, and they were both pretty easy challenges. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get this eye fixed and then be able to complete those shots. But I may need to have an adjustment period and whatever. But we'll see. We'll be back in there in no time. Yeah, man. I absolutely love that band. I just got in another role not too long ago with Sniper Sling Yellow. It's got to be one of my favorite bands for shooting in summertime. I know some people were saying that they tend to break quick and all that stuff, but whenever I do my bands for shooting, I always do check my max elongation. Then I always add in a half centimeter. Now that half centimeter on a band that stretches 7 times, we're talking like 3 extra centimeters of stretch, and that adds a lot of life to your band. So that's what I started doing, and I'm getting pretty good, getting 300-400 of high performance, or 400, maybe a little bit over 400 shots, but it's high performance shots with that Sniper Sling band. So I'm loving it. Great stuff. Yeah, that'll be cool to meet him. Swamp Stomps is next weekend. TN Slingshot Gathering is at the end of April. Oh, very nice. Hey, thanks for stopping in, bud. You too, buddy. Atlantic Woodsman. I'll see you again soon, bud. Hopefully, be able to make the next one. Yeah, I don't know what the whole deal is with the online ranking stuff, the ISCOR thing. For me, it's just a challenge for fun. I wanted to see where I stack up or how I stack up with these challenges, because apparently the next ones that I'm missing is putting 10 shots on a 40 mil paper target, which I've done many times before. But I wanted to see how I hang with some of these guys. I'm just starting off in the sport anyway, so it would be kind of cool to see. It would be kind of cool to see how I hang out, and it's a good challenge. It gives me something to train for and focus to. A lot of the stuff that I've been doing now has always been for the channel, but not actually like all the reviews and all this stuff. I bring all these things for you guys to check out, see what's out there, what kind of good bands, bad bands, what to expect from certain items and whatnot. Although a lot of this is only my opinion, but I think it's got a little bit of value to it. But my whole purpose for for doing those challenges was actually to give me something to I don't know how to say it. Give me something to focus on to try to elevate my shooting. That's the whole thing. I don't really care what anybody else shoots. It's more mark against mark, I guess. Yes, sir. If you go onto Facebook, there's a Facebook group called ISCOR, ISCOR. It's the International Online Rankings Slingshot Catapult something. I don't know how what they all mean, but you can go over there and join the group, and they give you a couple of challenges and how to film your videos, and you submit them, and they'll give you rankings. And basically, the first 2, I think you become I can't even remember anymore, but you have like sharpshooter level 1, sharpshooter level 2. You have marksman level 1, marksman level 2. I can't remember which order they go in, but it's fun. it's a fun thing to try it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes out of China that's pretty much garbage. I completely stopped buying anything off of AliExpress because of that. But when you start buying directly from guys that actually take their craft seriously, like like Min from Sniper Sling, GZK, um, slingshooting.com also is another place where they have a lot of stuff that's good. Dan Kung, although their store kind of drives me bonkers, they have a lot of good quality stuff on there. So that said, I mean, if you're looking for good stuff, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, I think. But buying stuff off of random people, you're buying, you buy precise bands off of AliExpress, and then you receive them, and you find out they're actually clones. They're not even the real stuff. They just put it in a precise box. Like all that kind of stuff just pisses me off to no end. And I don't buy anything off of AliExpress anymore. They will not get another cent of my money. Yeah, I mean, all things considered, I don't really plan on doing any kind of big tournaments or trying to go to the worlds or anything like that. I wouldn't mind shooting a couple of tournaments, but for most part, it's just to meet the guys because I don't know any shooters in real life. So it would be cool to try out one of those things and see how it goes, and get to shake hands with some awesome dudes. I think that would be the best part about it. Maybe have a beer with them after. But as for how well I shoot, I couldn't really care less. I know what I can do, and that's all. As for the hunting, though, I can't wait till season opens up next year. I'm gonna go out. I had all my paperwork ready to go for the end of the season, but now the season's closed, so we'll see how it goes for next year. I'm gonna go get my tags and all that stuff, and I can just swing on over to Ontario and do some hunting over there with a caddy, and it's legal. So that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I was having problems with Dan Kung. Like I've got a couple of things from them, like the Dan Kung ergonomic, great little frame to shoot. I absolutely love that thing. I ordered some elastic and some other stuff, and then they sent me a bunch of. I had 3 orders going from them. It took two of them 2 months to get to me, and the other one took 3 months to get to me. All the tracking numbers they gave me were incorrect. After contacting them back and forth, and they kept on giving me the jog around, I finally got pissed off and I told them, hey, if you don't do it, I'm making a claim. I want my money back. So all of a sudden, they decided to take the second to actually look into my claim, and found out that they gave me the wrong fucking tracking number. Pardon my language. And they ended up sending me the information, the right information. And then like 2 more weeks after the 3 months, I got my third item. And then I was kind of like, man, I'm never ever dealing with these guys again. Who's Adam VS? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm constantly out there looking for other people to pick up some bands from. Like recently, I've been chatting up Persnets and Foxnets on Facebook and Instagram. We've been chatting with him a little bit. Got some testers from him with the Celtic Caddy bands, and those are another band that's actually really nice. The Celtic Caddy Blue point 0.6. I really really like those. The draw on them is actually fantastic. One of the best draws ever. Actually, they're a little bit slower, but definitely in that 300-foot range, feet per second range, which is very good as far as I'm concerned. And I really like those bands. So I'm hoping as soon as he has some rolls available of that stuff, I'm going to pick up a couple of those. Hey, Jordan. I'm glad those things helped you out. Which videos did you check out to solve any issues you were having? Ah, Tim, you're gonna love that, dude. That's gonna be freaking awesome. Where is the East Coast tournament this year? Is it in Pennsylvania again? I think that's where it was last year, or the last time they did it, I think. Yeah, you see, um, I was comparing. Chuck and Steele said he ordered some generic stuff off of Amazon, point 0.5, and he swears that they're pretty much the exact same thing as GZK Green. Those Dilby bands that I picked up, I mentioned them on a live not too long ago. Those Dilby bands, I'm almost 100% convinced that they're the exact same thing as Shishu. I'm almost exactly the same. I'm sure they buy it, they just put it into a plastic bag and put a sticker that says Dilby on it, and that's it. I think that's a big issue, and I'm kind of worried about Amazon for that too, because I find they're picking up a lot of this stuff, this slingshot stuff, which is kind of cool because it makes it easier for us to buy. But I don't want it to get I don't want it to get swamped full of full of junk, where we should be able to go out and buy some decent stuff and have no issue, and then have to question whether or not we're getting legitimate items or if it's just garbage. You know, I was actually really hoping to get out and do some shooting with this guy today. I saw it just sitting there on my table, and one of my subscribers was telling me he just finished picking up one of these guys, but the pocket version of it. I was like, oh man, I haven't shot this frame in a while, and I just wanted to get back outside and do some shooting with it today. But man, it was just pouring rain out there. It's killing me. Ah, frustration's real, my friends. Frustration's real. Ah, thanks, Jordan. I'm glad those videos help you out. It makes it actually worth it doing all those things. I'm always kind of concerned about those videos because some of them tend to do well, and some of them, for whatever reason, they just stink it up. Like that recent video I did on talking about elongation. That's one of the things I hear all the time. People will say that they buy whatever bands they buy and they divide them by 5 and that's it. That's how they do it. But I'm like, man, guys, you're losing out on so much potential of your bands if you don't actually measure the elongation of them. You can have a band that has an elongation of 7, but if you only cut it to 5 times, you're gonna sit there and think that those bands are junk. And I'm like, guys, you gotta check this thing. You gotta. So I did that video, and man, usually I can hit a thousand views pretty quick, and not many people check this video out. I was kind of surprised. Jordan, which ones do you have from Prime Fork? Let's compare. What do you got? I've got the two Caspers. I've got the original Beagle. I have Beagle Custom. I have an S Sinom Custom. I have I have a PFX2. I have a version 2 Beagle. And what else do I got? I'm pretty sure I have another one. Oh, Beagle R, which is on its way to one of these lucky people in this list here. And that might be it. That might be it. But I got a good collection of those Prime 4 Catapults frames. I absolutely love his work, man. Andrew's the absolute dude. Not only does he make amazing slingshots, but he's also an awesome dude to chat with. I chat with him on multiple times a week now. I'm always talking to Andrew. He's a great guy. He makes great frames. I feel like I'm forgetting one of them, actually. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'll let it go. 14! Dude, I thought I had a problem. You're way worse than me. 14. Holy smokes. 14 frames. Well, you can't go wrong. Every single one of them is just freaking badass. I'm telling you. He does amazing work. Prime 4 Catapult frames. Woo. Buddy. Yeah, I can't wait. I gotta get my hands on one of those Cygnus frames. I want to review that thing so bad. Just seeing that one picture that Andrew did, it was just like it blew my mind. His work's incredible, and it just seems to be getting better and better all the time. Yeah, we'll see what's going on there this week. I'm hoping we do get some decent weather because I want to. I gotta test out the 0.8 Celtic Caddy from Persnets and Foxnets. I want to check those out. Nice. Yeah, I want to get those ones done. I've got some. I got a really cool target coming that I want to show you guys, like a target / catch box coming. We got that on the way. I got some more 100% bands coming in. I believe it's 0.65 and 0.4 I ordered. I can't remember anymore, but I bought the 4s for the clays. I want to do a quick little test with clays for lighter setups. What else we got going on? There's a bunch of stuff. Got some flippers coming. I want to do a video on targets. Should be pretty fun. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on. I think once I get that video done for the targets, we're going to go out and just set up another one of those shooting courses where we're just going to run through it, just blasting everything. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. Oh, nice. Tobysaurus Rex, what's up? How you doing, bro? Dude, I never got my surgery. Surgery got postponed to April 4th. So right now I'm still shooting like a blind man, believe it or not. So we'll see how everything goes once I tighten up this eyeball again. Then we'll be killing things. But right now I'm still shooting blind. How many slingshots or catapults in my collection? I really don't know. It's probably somewhere around 40, maybe 50. I got a lot. I got a lot. I've been giving some away recently because I had too many. But I got a lot. There's a lot. Chuck Castile, you have a great afternoon, buddy, and a great weekend. I'll see you again soon. Yeah, we got a lot of cool things coming down the pipe, and I just can't wait to get back out and shooting in the summertime. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, we'll see. Because like right now, I was trying to explain to people what it's like what I see through my shooting eye is if you go to a really cold window and you blow steam on it and you try to look at something through it, that's what my eye looks like all the time. So when I go out and I set up my catch box and I put a can in the middle, I try to find something that's really contrasting in color. So at least I see like a blur of a color, and I just shoot at that. Anything really smaller than a can at this point, I'm having a really hard time to hit. And even when I draw this, when I try to look down at my bands to see if my bands are straight, I can't even see them. They completely disappear. So I'm pretty much at the moment, I'm relying on my form to make sure that my form is perfect. And then I know that if my form is perfect, my band should be straight, and hitting the can or like a really, really large flipper, like an 8 centimeter flipper, I can do. But until April 4th, this mess, once this is done, I should be able to get back to shooting my 30 mil and my 2.5 mil centimeter flippers. I'll be back in action. You know, Steve, I agree with you 100%. I'm kind of worried that these large companies may come in, but when you look around the slingshot community as a whole, all these people that we buy from, they're all pretty much small companies. Now, I don't know who's going to come out with this giant, this giant big box slingshot or whatever. I don't know who's going to handle that, but I'm going to make a promise here, okay? Now, before I started this channel, I had a bushcraft channel. And I used to do a lot of reviews on knives and hammocks and, pots and grills and cooking stuff and all that things. I mean, for those of you guys who've ever seen any of my overnighter videos, I tend to do a little gear talk in those things too. But I've done a bunch of reviews, and I had one guy who wanted to send me a hammock one time on my old channel, and he said, "Oh, I want you to review my channel. Give me an honest review." Okay. So I went out and I set up the hammock. I did a quality check on it. I went through all the stitching on it, checked everything out. Everything was supposed to be good. Now, what I got was basically a zigzag mess of actually stitching on the thing. The straps that were supposed to go around the tree. If the trees were anything farther apart than 10 feet, you couldn't even set up the hammock. The hammock was so narrow. It was marketed as a two-person hammock. I got in there. It was a hammock from GearBest. I hopped into the hammock and I almost flipped out. Tried getting in there, trying to set up the thing, and the bungee cords that they gave me, when I stretched them out, it was like all rotten inside, so they just fell apart. And I'm like, I basically trashed this guy. I'm like, this is an absolute piece of shit. It was my exact words. Do not buy it. It's a waste of money. I know it only costs $12, but do not buy it. It's crap. And I shredded the guy. And people actually got angry at me for ruining the guy's business. Now, I told him, I'm not ruining the guy's business. As far as I'm concerned, that if you guys are going to look at me, say, hey, Mark, is this thing any good or is this thing any bad? By me lying for that guy to say that his thing is a good product, I'm lying to you as well. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We have a trust going on here, and that's it. You're going to get my complete opinion on something, and if I think something's an absolute piece of shit, I'm going to say it. Even if I buy it, even if it's free, I do not care. If you don't want me to have, if you don't want me to give my opinion on something, don't ask me to review it. Because if I think it's crap, I'm going to say so. And I'm going to post a video. Maybe not the best way to go about it. Maybe I'd have a lot more sponsors if that was the case. But it is what it is. Honesty. That's what's happening here. Yeah, all's going to go well, man. I'm not too worried about it. I think once this eye things, I'll figure it out, and I have to lay low. I can't force or stress or anything for 2 weeks. But once that's done, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. That's why I'm trying to get a bunch of videos set up before, so I can keep the ball rolling with the channel. And I've got something planned for when we reach that. When we reach that 5,000 subscriber mark, I'm going to do a pretty damn good giveaway for anybody. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to send something out really damn nice, and hopefully you guys will like it. So we've got another I guess it's like 850 subscribers to go, but it's not that far away. That 5,000 will come pretty quick. So once it does, it's giveaway time, and I'm going to be sending away something really sweet. Chris, you can't really compare me to Chris. Chris is by far a superior shooter, and he's a much more busy than I am. So, not everybody wants to sit here and do these live chats or whatever it is, but I enjoy it. I got the time, so we can do it, no problem. But there's a lot of guys out there that are putting out great content, and well, hopefully this channel will continue to grow. I think it's done pretty well, and the better the channel goes, the more I'm going to be able to give back to you guys. So that's all part of it. It's all part of the plan. I got big plans. Once we reach 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a little something. I got an idea that it's going to be pretty cool. I had found that when I used to do giveaways and announce giveaways and whatnot, I used to get crazy amounts of people that would just show up. There's a lot of people that just Google hashtag giveaway or whatever it is, and they find all these YouTube channels and they sign up to them just to win shit. And I actually did a giveaway on my old channel where I had like 400 people join in, and out of the 400, 200 of them were bots. Really annoying. So basically what I've done, once these giveaways start happening, once I reach that 5,001, I'll probably announce that one. But I have something else planned where there'll just be random giveaways, probably once a month, depending on how everything is rolling and the views are going and the money's coming in. I'll do random giveaways where maybe once a month I'll be sending off elastic to somebody using a different supplier each time, just to share, just to help support some of the guys that are out there, and it'll be a good idea. I think it'll be fun. All right. Jordan already put a line in the sand. That's my slingshot. I'm winning it. We'll see. We got to get to 5,000 first, buddy. We got to get to 5,000 first. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm hoping that he doesn't get soaked up by like a Walmart or something like that. Where I mean, it would be kind of cool to be able to go to these places and pick up elastic and all that stuff from different companies. But I don't see many of these guys actually getting into it. There's it could be possible. I don't know, but I really like the way the setup is now. I've got a few guys that I buy my elastic from and my frames from that are just rock solid, and provide a great service and a great products, and you can't really go wrong. Like if you're talking simple shot, you're talking sniper sling, you're talking wasp, you're talking who else we got here? Who else do I use? Slingshooting.com. Jan Novak over at Slingshot Place for elastic. Purse Nets and Fox Nets. A lot of these guys are all small places, but you're able to get good stuff from them and reasonably priced. And for me, that's great. Cordy, you already tried out those bands? Did you run away and make a band set, test it out, and come back and let me know? I'm telling you, man, I like that 2515 for 9.5 steel. Great stuff. Great stuff. Where else do you guys buy your slingshot stuff from, guys? What other places you guys use? Let me know. I'm always looking for reliable suppliers. So if anybody's got some tips on a new place to buy from, drop it right down there in that comments for me, please. I got to check them out. Now, I don't know about you, but the one thing I find that's missing from the Slingshot community or market or whatever you want to call it is target options. There's got to be more out there. There's got to be more out there where instead of just shooting the same old, we can start blasting things that blow up and all kinds of stuff. Like somebody's got to come out with this. Sniper Sling's got some of the best accessories. You know, with their can killer. They've got a few things with hooks. You can hook it onto these things. They've got a bunch of great ideas that's out there, but I would love to see what else they got. Clifford and Alec Phillips. How you doing, guys? Yeah, Jordan, I tried actually to pick up one of those, the Axiom X, but I went over there and all of them were sold out. So it looks like I'm gonna be waiting for that one, unfortunately. But I wanted to get my hands on one of those and do a review. That gunmetal looking one is just absolutely sexy. I'd rather get the gunmetal than the black, but the gunmetal one looks really nice. I'm hoping I can get my hands on one of those. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, slowly but surely, the channel will keep on growing, and more people will want to see my ugly mug on camera, and then we'll be super huge, and we can have some fun. But we'll see how it goes. But right now, I'm happy with the group of people we got on following the channel, part of the ATO community. All a bunch of great people, great men and women that want to hang out, chat with me, all passionate about the same thing. Freaking awesome. You see sometimes when you see some of these other bigger channels when they got millions of followers and all that stuff, but you actually go down and you read the comments, like 90% of them are trolls. They're just battling back and forth and stupid shit talking and all that stuff. I mean, part of the fun about having this YouTube channel is that I get to do this with you guys. We get to chat. I see your questions come up. We get to answer them back and forth. It's almost like we're chatting. But when you get to be a little bit too big, it becomes harder to answer all these questions and actually have these relationships with people and chatting with them. So I don't know. There's a part of me that wants channel to get bigger, just because it's going to be beneficial to me and beneficial to you guys. But also, I'm kind of worried about it because once you end up having a million followers or 100,000 followers, and this little comment list winds up being they're just stacking up on top of each other so fast you can barely keep up. I don't know. It's part of the success that actually ends up you end up losing part of the thing that we got into in the first place, But we'll see. We'll see how it goes as the channel gets bigger. But I'm telling you, I got something really cool coming. So I'm gonna be doing a video in the very near future, hopefully within the next week or two, where we can do a video on targets. And when you see this thing that's out there, you're gonna be wondering where the hell this has been all the time. There's got to be better and cooler ideas that are out there, and I'm hoping that a lot of these guys will start coming out with more accessories for us sling shooting, especially for us guys that like to go out and just set up our own targets and shoot and do all that stuff. There needs to be more targets out there, my opinion. It needs to be more. Yes, sir. I got the Axiom Ocularis too. I have the LE. I used to have the regular one, but I gave that one to my brother. When my first impressions, I didn't really like it. But when I got the new one, when they came out with the limited editions, I wanted one of each, so I got the Axiom Ocularis LE in the cranberry, which is just beautiful, beautiful, and I got the Scout LT, which was in the silver. Both great frames. Yeah, you know what? Fowler's Makery of Mischief. I've went to a store like 4 or 5 times to try to buy stuff, and the shipping is insane. It's insane how much he charges in shipping. So I can't do it. He's got a bunch of stuff on his website too that looks pretty nice that I'd like to give a try. But I mean, I could actually drive to wherever his store is in 6 hours and pick it up and drive back. And I mean, he wants to charge 30 something dollars for shipping when Simple Shot, I think, is like twice as far from my house or more than what he's got, and I can get shipping for cheaper from Simple Shot than I can from Fowler, who's just over there in Maine, which is right around the corner from where I live. So GZK SW2 over Axiom. SW2, I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna have to check that one out. If slope tips affect, I don't think they will. I don't think slope tips make any kind of difference on speed at all. Only because if you've actually set it up at the exact same draw length, the retraction rate's going to be the same. Even if I use the same thing on both sides, I don't think slope tips make a difference. But I could give it a try and see if it's going to do anything. Why not? What does it hurt? I don't know if I would do a whole video on it, but I'll definitely test it out and see if there's any difference and post it up on Facebook. That that GZK SW2, is that the one that has like a bar on it and you can adjust the forks left or right or in or out, and it's got a very thin handle where that little piece goes through? I think this is the one you're talking about. Actually, I think I might have seen it before. GZK has a lot of good stuff though. I was over there poking around yesterday. Yeah, that's the one. That's what I thought. They've got quite a bit of cool stuff out there. A lot of frames that I actually still shoot. I don't know if you saw that video I released not too long ago. I was actually shooting the. It's designed by Indra too. I can't even remember the name. Anyway. Yeah, it's windy and raining out by me. Sucks. I was trying to get out there and do it, but didn't work out. Hey, man, good to see you too, buddy. Really, yeah? I should try to give that a try. I've also been looking at that one from Sniper Sling too, that little foldable guy. I want to give that a try, just only because I'm curious how the fork attachment works. It seems like you just pop it out, put the band in, and clip it closed, and that's it. I want to give that a try and see how it works out. Man, I don't know how you guys shoot those frameless things. I've tried it a little bit and it was okay, but man, I just don't want to hit my hand. Like, there's no way I'm going to be maxing out my bands when I'm shooting frameless. No way. No way. Chip bones, time off of work. Not doing it. Those frameless guys, those frameless guys, and those guys shooting the darts, I just think you're nuts. If you're not wearing a glove, no way. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen anything new come out of GZK. I've got the last thing I think I got from him was that next tool. What do you call it? You push the button, the little forks pop out. Do some shooting, has a knife inside, and then I got the other one. I have the other one too, which I haven't done a review on yet, but I'm thinking about doing it. It's got the Sineg or something like that. Sineg, it's a Sniper Eagle. One of those foldable frames / knife. It's got a gut hook on it and a bunch of stuff. Seems pretty cool, but I don't know. I find it very, very heavy. I was gonna do a review on it and do some shooting with it because it's kind of cool. It's got these little plugs that come in it. You can actually put flat bands on it, shoot OTT. But anyway, maybe we'll do a review on it if you guys want to see it. Hey Alex, so what's your favorite slingshot? What do you shoot? I'm hoping to see something new at a Wasp too. I would really like them to come out with some more frames, something different with some clips. That I'm telling you, if they came out with a Venator with clips, I'm sure that thing would sell like crazy. What an amazing frame! Nice. Were the crows digging into your food, into your garden and stuff like that, causing you trouble? Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that the we'll get a little break in the rain today, and I can get out and do some shooting. But if not, I'm gonna have to sneak on downstairs, and I have one other video that I can probably film indoors. See if I can get that one done tomorrow morning, if it's still raining, and then we'll post that one up on Wednesday or Thursday. Have I ever shot Pickle Forks? I have one. I have one from Wasp, and I have another one. It's not quite a pick. I don't know if it classifies as a pickle fork, but it's very, very thin, very narrow. But I think the hole is slightly bigger than a half inch. But it's from Nick Hagerty. Um, it shoots. It's very difficult to shoot when I shoot short draw. To be honest, for me to shoot pickle fork, I think I'm gonna have to bring it back to like a 3/4 draw, or maybe a full butterfly, all stretched out. We'll shoot like that a couple times and see how it works out. But the best frame that I've ever had is actually one that I made. It's got very, very narrow forks. I think they're 60. I think the fork width on is like 60 millimeters. But I carved it out of a piece of beech and actually can do pretty good shooting with it like that in a 3/4 butterfly. So maybe giving the pickle forks a shot the same way with at a 3/4 inch draw. Maybe we'll have some success. Maybe. Hey Martina, what are you going after? Going after some rabbits or some pheasants or squirrels? What you hunting for this afternoon? Alec, if I was going to recommend any slingshot for a beginner, it would be one of two. It would either be a Scout LT or it would be a Wasp Enzo. As far as I'm concerned, they offer you the two best uh, production slingshots out there with the most options. Both of those frames you could shoot TTF or OTT, so you'll get a feel of which one you like better. Two, the prices are very reasonable for both of them. They're pretty much indestructible, and they both come with clips. So, in my opinion, if I was gonna suggest for you to buy or anybody in that for that matter to buy their first slingshot or something to get used to where they don't have to worry too much about frame hits and all that kind of stuff, Scout LT or the Wasp Enzo. Two best production frames out there, in my opinion. For anybody, all levels of shooters. Ah, very nice, Jordan. Does he sell slingshots as well? Does he have his own brand or stuff? Martina, I wish I could join you. That would have been a blast. Go out there and take some rabbits, make some stew after. It would be freaking awesome. Definitely the way to go. Yeah, Jordan, send us a link, buddy. Send us a link. Sling Tech. Yeah, the Enzo is a great frame, and the Scout LT is another great frame. I've done some excellent shooting with both of those frames. And if you're looking for something a little bit more pocketable, I would definitely say the Enzo is probably a little more pocketable, but the LT is not that far behind, and you can't really go wrong with either of them. The LT is actually pretty good because it's more of a you could shoot pinch grip or thumb brace, and I find the Enzo is a little bit more towards a thumb brace only. But either frame you're looking at, you've got a great slingshot. Well, if you're hunting, I would go for the black. You're just going to get more speed out of them for sure. Uh, if you got those puppies maxed out, you're hitting that 300 plus feet per second, and let me tell you, 9.5 mil steel, you'll be getting 270 feet per second. If you got those puppies maxed out, that's gonna 265, 270, somewhere around there. You're gonna be dropping rabbits like no one's business. Yeah. Brother K, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. How you doing, brother? I gotta ask you, Brother K, did you end up ordering one of those Ranger recurves yet? Hey, thanks for stopping in, Steve. It's always good to chat with you, buddy. From now on, I will be posting quick notifications on Facebook whenever I'm going to be coming out here and letting people know we're going live. So hopefully more of you can come on over and join us. Huh? Eating chicken. Perfect. Thanks, Martina. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Good luck, eh? And if you're on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I want you to share some pictures with me if you can. Anyway, you take care. Thanks for stopping in. Always good chatting with you. I figured you might be looking at that one. Yeah, it's real nice. They also have one with a universal fork too, Brother K, that I think you might be interested in because you could shoot TTF and OTT. I know you like to switch back and forth, so that might be a good choice for you. It is 12:57. It's almost time for lunch over here in near Montreal, Canada. I did a little bit of shooting with that. Shot a video with that Ranger recurve yesterday. Did some pretty damn good shooting, and and I really like that frame. The grip on it is just off the hook. So crazy. Yeah, it actually blows my mind how well that thing fits in a hand, how controllable it is. I've just been ripping cans apart from my deck, hanging off a tree with one of those sniper sling can killers. It's crazy. Put an absolute beating on them. Yeah, I got some. Found a good price too for some 8 mil steel. I got 4,000 of those coming, so we'll be able to fill back up that coffee can on my on my desk where I keep all my 8 mil ammo, 8 millimeter ammo. And anyway, we're getting a little bit low in there. I only got like maybe 2,000 shots left, maybe three, but it's time to replenish the supplies. And I found a good guy on eBay, ebay.ca, but it's all sold out of the U.S. But it's a very good price for 4,000 shots. So we should be good again in no time. Yeah. What's my Facebook page? ATO Mark. Very easy to figure out. That's me. ATO Mark is me. Brother K, you're doing bouncing shots? How did I miss that? I'm gonna have to go check that out. Usually I catch all your videos. I must have missed this one. In Alaska. Wow. I'd love to visit Alaska. So wild up there. I love it. I love it in the in the real wild. We have a pretty cool canoe camping trip planned for this year. Hopefully nothing happens. Like I was supposed to go last year, but anyway, had a little bit of issues that had to be taken care of. But we're planning on a Canada Day weekend. We got a Canada Day weekend a plan trip. We're gonna be paddling the Petawawa River in Algonquin Park. We're hopefully it'll be nice. We should be doing 58 kilometers. It's a short trip by canoe, but we're gonna be doing a bunch of fishing, bunch of canoe camping, sleeping in hammocks, cooking, catch and cook, fishing, all that stuff. It's gonna be just what the doctor orders. I'm due for a little bit of an adventure, so we'll see how all that turns out. Yeah, I know Chuck and Steele was doing some ricochet shots where you shoot and bouncing it off the water and hitting cans. I wonder if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm hoping to get a couple of camping trips and canoe camping trips done this year, so we can get out, do some fishing, do some shooting, do some wild cooking, or wild camping slash over the fire cooking. It should be nice. Yeah, it should be nice. It's so much more fun to shoot out in the bush, dude, than it is in the backyard. I find you get to really train your eye for distance, and those little targets that I have where you have the spike and it's just a pheasant head that wobbles on the spring. So you give it a good shot, it starts moving, and by the time you get it set up to get your next shot, you can hit a moving target, which actually really makes a big difference. I find a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get out and do a lot of that stuff this year. There was a few years back, I think it was 2016 or 2017. I had over 50 nights in the woods on overnight camping trips and wild camping trips. So I'm hoping I can get back to that this year and shoot a lot more videos doing it. I love those. I love those outdoor videos. Get to hike around, check out cool places, and anyway. Well, maybe one day if I'm ever lucky enough to get out to Alaska, we could. It would be fun. Tell me about it. I just picked up. I just was telling the folks here that I bought 4,000 8 mil steel, and it was basically even. So what I paid for shipping is what I paid for the steel. Crazy, crazy. But at least with the total price, if I would have bought like 1,000 boxes, it would have cost me considerably more. So there was one guy on eBay that was selling them for 4,000 for a much cheaper price. So I went with him. We'll see how it goes. I think it's my second purchase from him too. The last time I bought 9.5 mil steel, I think I bought 5,000 of them. It'll be fun once we get everything all set up and go out and do it. Bad goalie. Where do I mind need to go to get bulk order Canadian as well? I got it off of ebay.ca. Hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can tell you the name of the guy that I got it from. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you the name of the buyer. Where are we here? Yeah, continue as me. Get out of here. Sorry, guys. ebay.ca. Orders. Okay, I'm having trouble finding the guy's name here for some reason. Add that to watch list just in case. Okay, the brand is BC Precision, and the seller's name is BC Trade 55493. So BC Trade 55493 is the seller for the BC Precision steel. Hopefully that helps you out, bad goalie. But I got 4,000 8 mil steel. I don't know if he has other sizes for those ones, but I got another one from another guy. I bought some 8.73 millimeter ammo recently. It's fast and hits quite a lot. Yeah, I bet it does. It's kind of right in the middle of that 9.5 and 8 mil, so it's it'll add a little extra shot to a little extra weight to the shot. Yeah, for me, I think that would be the best deal with is actually hunting with 8 millimeter steel, with an 8 millimeter lead. You're going to have the penetration from the small ammo, but it's also going to have the deformation, which from lead, which is actually going to put put more energy into the thing that you're hitting. So I think that's the best of both worlds right there. You'll get crazy speeds with good penetration because it's small, and then it's going to deform and cause way more damage than a steel would. So that's got to be great. No, I don't have any horn-made slingshots, but I saw one on one of GZK's videos, and it was absolutely beautiful. I'd love to give that a try. Have one of those in my collection would be great. Gorgeous, gorgeous work too. And I think it was like a water buffalo horn or something he made it out of. It was really, really nice. I don't know what it's like shooting those pig fork slingshots, but I've never tried one. But that one that he did was just gorgeous. Oh, sorry, homemade slingshots. I have to get really close to be able to read it. I apologize. Yeah, I've got a few of them. I have whew, one, two, three, four, maybe five different ones I've made out of. I've carved out of tree branches. I was just telling people before that I carved one out. It's basically my replica of the sparrow, but slightly larger fork width. And just as I finished off carving it all up, got it ready, I didn't even finish it yet. I just went outside, put some bands on it, and I started cutting cards with it. It's a real nice frame. I love that thing. And actually, one of my first hand carved wooden slingshot. I'm going to be sending that off to a buddy of mine pretty soon, probably next week sometime. Yeah, brother K, it's actually kind of annoying for me too. Out here in Canada, I don't have a supplier for any ball bearings at all. I don't know where I can get my hands on some. No idea. But all the ones I have to order from the U.S. and I have to paying exchange and extra shipping and all that stuff. So it'd be great if somebody in Canada would come up with one of these so I can just get them somewhat local and call it done. Yeah, I was buying off of Amazon for a while, but sometimes they're $25 even with Prime. The shipping was like $75. I don't know what the deal was, and it was actually from BC Precision that they were selling 8 millimeter steel for 1,000 pieces. They were like $25, but it was $75 shipping. And then I go on eBay and BC Precision, the exact same company, is selling the same thing for 4,000 pieces for $57 and $20 or $30 shipping. So I don't know. Amazon's been hit and miss for some reason. I don't know what the deal is, or Amazon.ca anyway. Uh, Amazon.com from US won't ship to Canada for a lot of items for whatever reason. So anyway, I just started ordering them directly from eBay and have had better luck. But whenever I do, I tend to buy a big amount, so it's not not killing me in shipping as much for some reason. Yeah, it actually sounds like the rain has slowed down a little bit. I don't hear it beating against the window anymore. Hopefully, they'll be able to get out and do some shooting today. I've been dying to shoot this guy. I know I've showed this a couple of times already, but it's my Casper from Prime Fork. I saw some people talking about their Casper. They just picked up a Casper, and I was like, oh man, I haven't shot it in so long. I just want to get out there and do some damage with this thing. Yeah, I try to when it comes to my ammo, I try to buy like a large quantities like twice a year, just so I don't have to keep on ordering them or whatever it is. Because with all the testing and the shooting in the woods and all that stuff that I do all the time, I end up losing a lot of them. And this year, I just kind of gave up and started shooting at the cans, and I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that when I'm out mowing the lawn this summer, it's gonna be like a claymores going off, and there's gonna be steel balls flying all over the place. It's gonna be deadly, but hopefully I'll survive. How the hell did FedEx lose those? Holy smokes! Yeah, I know balls of steel. I wish we had a place like that out here in Canada where we can order from. It would be so much better just to order all kinds of different sizes and whatnot. It would be really cool, but we don't have any place like that out here. Only BC Precision, which we ended up getting from the US, shipped to here. So hopefully Canada and the slingshot market out here will end up growing out a little bit more. We can actually get a Canadian company that sells, good quality stuff out here, and it'll make it easier for us over here in Canada. I find for whenever we're ordering or shipping, get some stuff shipping here from wherever, and we end up paying a fortune when it gets sent by courier, like UPS, DHL, all those guys. They end up actually destroying us in customs and everything. So you're already paying exchange and all that stuff because our dollar is shit here in Canada, but it costs us a fortune in the end when it comes to the shipping plus the exchange plus the taxes and the customs. It's just frustrating a little bit. Yeah, I bet they do. Actually, you know what? There was a while back. I think I have it on my Instagram somewhere where I have a video of me shooting a shotgun, and it'd been a long time since I maybe shot a rifle or handgun or anything. It was probably around 20 years. But when I was younger, I used to shoot a lot. And when my buddy Jesse got married, we ended up having a stag party. We rented this, we'll call it a chalet or a country place. It's cottage, we'll call it. And we had this really long backdrop with a mountain right behind us, like walking up this. I tell you what, they called it the hill. They called it the cunt because it was a cunt to get up and a cunt to get down. But we called it the cunt. And this was the backdrop before we went up into Crown Land, and we did a bunch of shooting there. And I actually tore it up. I hit 24 to 24 shots. It was awesome. It was so much fun. But Chuck and Steele, good to see you back, buddy. Yep, I know who TA Outdoors is. I used to watch his channel religiously back before he became super, super huge. And he's got a great channel. Great channel. Does a lot of cool stuff on his channel. All those shelter builds he does, all that stuff is just freaking awesome. He's an awesome dude, too. Digital Zero, what's up, my man? What's up, my man, to you, too? Nothing really. We're just chatting. Piss pouring rain outside and freezing cold, and can't get outside and do any shooting today, so I figured I'd swing by and chat with you guys. And we seem to be having a pretty good time, so I'm glad you could stop in, bud. Yeah, I'm so disappointed that we can't do any shooting today. I had a bunch of plans ready to go. We were going to set out, film a whole bunch of videos, and here we are. Here we are indoors. But I'm glad all you guys decided to join in and say hi, because it's going to pass the day by and have a little more fun. Yeah, Corporal Corner is great too. The only thing I found annoying about him is that every time Dave Canterbury would post a video, it was like a couple of hours later or a couple of days later, he would post a video of the exact same thing, But I think he's changed things up since he's gotten quite a bit bigger, and he has a lot of great information too, and he's a solid dude as well. I actually miss doing that, doing those vids. I'll probably throw in a couple of them from time to time, starting up. once the weather gets a little bit better, we'll do a little bit of bushcraft mixed in there with the sling shooting. But I had my bushcraft channel for 6 years before I started this slingshot channel, and I discovered that I had made a major error setting up my channel. I set it up as a business account somehow. I don't even know how I did it, but I got the 3,000 subscribers really quick, and it would not go any farther than that, no matter what I did. The growth was so slow, it was terrible, and I just got fed up, and that was it. I just gave it up, and I was like, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then when everything happened and I started this channel, I wanted to do a slingshot video, but I didn't want to put it on my other channel, so I created this channel, did a video, didn't make another video for a year. And then I came back to look at it, and my one video had 80,000 views on it. And I was like, what the hell happened? So I kind of got into this, and it's been growing ever since. And I'm dealing with a lot less trolls and crap. And I got so much. So all you guys are so awesome. So, I mean, here it is. So I'll probably end up, if you guys don't mind, I'll end up throwing in a bushcraft video from time to time. Hopefully you like it. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's got so much good information on his channel, Corporal's Corner, and it's just awesome. Just awesome what they do. Oh, no. Sorry, Tim. Hopefully it clears up for you, buddy. I don't know why, Chuck. Your content's pretty freaking awesome. I got to be honest with you. So I'm hoping. Here's a couple of things I could tell you that might help you out. When you're filling out your tags in the bottom, fill it out until there's no more room. Even if at the very end, all you have the room to put in there is the letter A, put in the letter A, and that's it. Just fill up those tags as much as you can. Besides that, your content's good. Your thumbnails are pretty good. Everything is good. It's just going to take time. At some point, somebody's going to come by. They're going to see you shooting, doing those crazy, amazing shots that you do, and you're going to explode. I have no doubt in my mind. But just make sure you add in those tags. Add in those tags and try to do a little bit of promotion on the other, on Facebook and Instagram. I even have a Twitter account that I post from time to time on. I'm never on there, but all I do is take a video. I'll say a little blurb. Up, here it is. Check it out, and that's it. But all those things will start bringing in people, and all it takes is one guy to share who's got a lot of people, and all of a sudden your stuff starts exploding. So anyway, it's only a matter of time for you, bro. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna take off like crazy because your content and your skill level's off the charts. Yeah, I wish I could make an indoor shooting range, but I just don't really have the space to do it safely. And if I start poking holes in the walls, my wife's going to light me on fire. So not going to happen. Actually, Digital Zero, if you're shooting full butterfly, the best guy to ask on that is Chuck and Steel. I've done a little bit of messing around with it. I've done a little bit of messing around with full butterfly, but I usually shoot like 0.5, 0.45, or 4 for that kind of stuff. Once you have that extra long stretch and you're able to stretch those out, it's got a lot of time to pick up speed. You have to think of full butterfly. It's the same thing as shooting a handgun versus a rifle. Now, if you shoot a handgun with a 357 round in it, it's going to go X amount of speed. Let's say 1,000 feet per second. I don't know what it is, but let's just say it's 1,000 feet per second. But if you shoot that out of a rifle, it's got more pressure behind it for the bullet to pick up speed before it's released from the barrel, and it's going to be faster no matter what than the handgun, even though it's the same round with the same grain. Same kind of deal. You have to think about it with full butterfly. It's got more time for it to pick up speed while it's in the pouch. Same thing. So you may not need to have crazy, you know, that 0.6, 0.7 stuff. You don't need that to get 300 feet per second or more with a long draw with lighter ammo or whatever. But chuck and steel's your guy. Yeah, chuck and steel, that's the major thing. The tags are the most important. Anybody trying to find you, anybody trying to find out your channel or find out where you are, it's got to be the most important thing. Even on your channel, put in your channel tags. You know, slingshot trick shots, slingshots, catapults, all that stuff on your channel stuff. Put all that in there too. Anything that you're going to be touching on your channel, put it in there, because when people are looking for channels, your stuff will pop up in the list. And for all the tags and all the bottom of your videos, I get lazy sometimes and I don't put them all in either, but don't do that. Get in there, fill up those tags all the way to the bottom. If you get stuck trying to think of other things, just start piling in other stuff, the frames that you're using, the elastic that you're using, anything in there. And then it's just going to help your people find your videos, and it's going to help your channel grow. Brother K, you're one of those guys too that should have exploded a long time ago. I'm just curious, are you filling out all your tags in the bottom? And do you have tags that are attached to your channel for what you do? Because I'm going to be honest with you, dude, your content's great, and you're a legendary shooter, and more people should be following Brother K. More people. Okay, so keep on filling those up, buddy. It won't be long, and for sure, your channel is going to start growing, for sure. Believe it or not, Brother K, you're actually the first, one of the first Slingshot YouTube channels I ever saw. I was going through and I saw your channel. I was watching you shoot. And I was like, holy crap, how is he shooting that far and cutting those cards? You know, I was blown away by the stuff that you were doing. And I've actually been subscribed to your channel from a long time ago with my other channel, Adventure Time Outdoors. I was actually subscribed to your channel because you were doing crazy shit with a slingshot back then, and it was crazy. It's been a long time. I've been following your channel. Yeah, Alex, Alec, I'll tell you, I wish I had somebody local that I could shoot with at any level, really, because it's a lot more fun when you're out having fun, competing with each other and, you know, shooting things and laughing and giggling at the cool shots that you make. I had nobody to learn from. Everything that I've learned from is either from trial and error, which most of it was for me, and some videos. I found a lot of people would do tutorials on stuff and how to shoot, but they didn't really break it down or explain it why these things actually happen, which is why I kind of get I kind of get into I kind of get a little bit into the weeds, we'll say, when I'm talking about technique or something. But I try to explain it to you, and then I try to show to you what the reaction is going to be. Like when I did that video for the fork widths of how it affects how it can affect your accuracy by keeping the same anchor point. I wanted to explain it to you, and then I wanted to show it to you, and that's what I did with a paper target. But this is why I'm trying to bring out all these tutorials that I do. I try to explain it the best I can, so no matter what, if somebody's looking at it, they're going to understand what I'm talking about, and then they get to see it. So it kind of puts it in there. You know what I mean? Digital Zero, 100% agree with you, my friend. When I first started off, I was shooting 0.66 GZK and 0.7 simple shot that came with my simple shot slingshot. Now that I'm shooting 0.5, I've been shooting 0.5 for a while now. I absolutely love it. I've got way better accuracy. I'm getting way better speeds, and the retraction rates on it's better. The draw's better. Everything is better all the way around, in my opinion. So for me, I'm a light band shooter all day long, and if I'm able to you know, get headshots with 8 mil steel going at 328 feet per second, there's not much to survive in that. Which 0.5 do I prefer? I typically use 3 different bands in 0.5. I think my favorite is a Sniper Sling Yellow 0.5. A close second to that is 100% 0.5 and Simple Shot 0.5. I love those 3 bands. Yeah, those are the 3 that I really like. Yeah, I think Greg, I think I did a video on changing accuracy back in the day. I think I can't remember what it was. I think it was in the quick tips playlist, but I think I took 10 shots with precise 0.65, and then I dropped it down to a 0.5, and my accuracy jumped up considerably, just because of the ability to keep my forehand much more still. Made a big difference. Ah, nice, man. Good shooting. Actually, Steve, I don't know if you remember, but earlier on my channel, when I first started out, I did those quest for accuracy things. And I got to tell you, when I started off that playlist, I was shooting every single day, 50 shots at a 30 mil flipper, and I was recording how many hits that I was getting. Now, as that went on, I think I lasted 3 weeks of posting a video every single day. 2 or 3 weeks, I can't remember anymore. But then after that, I was like holy crap. I'd go outside, shoot the video, then I would chop it all up and get all the shots all the way through. And then I would do the editing and get the thing up. And I was like, my family was starting to get pissed off at me. So I had to call it quits. But doing those 50 shots at that flipper over and over and over again, I think the first time I did it out of the 50 shots, I only hit it 8 times. I think that was the original score. When I got to the end, I think, I can't remember what my record was now, but it was over 50%. So on a 30 mil flipper, and I think I reduced that to a 25 after, but at a 30 mil flipper, I was hitting above 50% on that from that distance. And when I was shooting at 10 shot Tuesdays of it, I was getting like 8 or 9 on 10. And then a couple of times off of camera, I was able to hit it 10 on 10 on a 30 mil flipper. So I highly recommend, if anybody's going to get out and start practicing to really work on your accuracy. I find when you're looking at a larger target, your focus doesn't seem to be 100%. But when you're getting down to these smaller targets and you're shooting at these things more often, actually, here, take a look at this. I have my keys on me. I had one of these metal flippers. I don't know if you can see all the dimples in that thing, but that's a tiny little flipper. From 10 meters away, there's not much to that. That's a 30 mil flipper right there. And over 2 or 3 days, that's how many hits I put on this thing. I put an absolute beating on this thing. And I decided to attach it to my keychain. So there it is. But when you're focusing on something that small and you're really taking a bunch of shots, focusing in, you can almost see you almost feel your eyeball like zoom in, like get all cyborg on it. But made a big difference. I made huge leaps in accuracy over those three weeks of shooting it 50 shots a day, concentrating on that stupid little flipper and just letting them go. But I really do believe that if you're trying to zoom in and increase your accuracy, stop messing around with big things. Go right to the small things. And it doesn't really matter if you've missed, if you only hit 8 out of 50, because you're hitting 8 out of 50, slowly but surely you're going to be getting better and better and better. And then you're going to be hitting 50%. Then you're going to be hitting 60%. Then you're just going to be blowing that stupid thing up all the time. So Aim small, miss small. Yeah, I'm with you on that too, Chuck and Steel. After uh, going up in band thickness, the only time I do that is when it's really cold. Besides that, and it's got to be really cold. Uh, when you start getting into the minus tens, I'll usually end up jumping up. But before that, I'll just make all my adjustments at the fork. Uh, I much prefer the lighter draws and the performance and the retraction off these lighter bands. Can you tie the pouch too tight? Yes, you can. Um, I had the same issue when I was shooting GZK Green a lot back in the day. GZK Green .66 I was shooting, and I was actually the retraction on that is the elongation on that bands that I had at the time were 5.5. So I was putting them in the clamp and I was stretching them, and I'd take that thing and I'd stretch it out, and I was actually overstretching them at the pouch. And when I tied it up with the amber belt, um, I was actually damaging my bands. So what I do now is I don't even use that little arm on my band tying jig. I just put the those little crimper scissor things there, the forceps or whatever they're called, and I just stretch it out a little bit and I wrap it up tight with my amber belt. But I don't have to worry about it slipping or anything. It's tight enough. It's good enough. It's going to be fine. But that actually saved my band life considerably. Made it much better. I would never thought that overstretching it on my band tying jig would be causing me that kind of issue, but that's what it was. You can make whatever you want. I'm sure most of us lost because of recruiting. Not so much the content anymore. Unless you sometimes with Browse. I appreciate that, dude. I try to be that's part of my thing. It's either you love me or hate me, but either way, I'm gonna be me every time, and I'm glad you guys appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, man? People from got some Spain guys in here. Radagast, what's up, buddy? I'm a left hand hold, and I anchor with my right, and actually I'm a right-handed guy, but I'm a left-handed hold. Same as my bow too. I'm a left-handed hold. What taper do I like best on my .5 setups? Well, for most of my band testing, I do 24 to 12. I had found that I got really good speeds with that setup. That said, I have been experimenting recently with 22-12. I have done really good shooting with it. I just don't know the speeds of it. I haven't passed it through the crony yet to get any idea what kind of speeds I'm getting, but I think the feel of the 22-12 I prefer. As for the speeds, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to test those. But for regular shooting, 22 to 12 with 8 mil steel. For band test, I shoot 24 to 12 because uh, that's what I've done so far. So I want you guys to get an idea of consistent tapers, consistent elongation, so all the bands are maxed out, and a consistent ammo, and what it will do with that. So this is why I'm doing all the same. So you'll see which ones shoot faster or slower, and then we can eliminate some of the variables. So then after that, there's really only weather, and that's about it for speeds. Hey, the Heretic. I know a guy, Purse Nets and Fox Nets. He sells pre-made bands. You just send him what active band links you want, and he'll prepare them for you. Um, I can, if you follow me on Facebook, I can send me a message, and I'll send you the link to get a hold of him if you want. He has 100% Celtic Caddies and a couple of other bands, but he can set you up if you want. Hey, Lone Star Catapults, how you doing, bud? Good weekend to you too, buddy. Hope you enjoy. Yep, I'm a right-handed guy, but I'm shooting with my left hand. My left hand's my frame hand, just like my bow. My bow, my bow is a right-handed bow, so I draw with my right hand, and I hold with my left. When it comes to elongation, the elongation depends on the elastic. So whenever I'm doing my band testing, I always test my elastic to see what the elongation is of the elastic. And even if I have two rolls of Sniper Sling Point Yellow, I will test the elongation of each one time in the beginning and write all the information in the tab. The reason why I do this is because if we're testing the elongation to max out my draw length, if I've got a 6 times and my draw length is 76.2 centimeters, basically what I want to do is I divide the elongation, the max elongation, by my draw length, and it'll give me my active band length to actually stop exactly at my anchor point. And then I add a tiny little bit, 1 centimeter to add the pouch, and then usually about 4 millimeters or 3 millimeters to attach at the clip. Or if it's wrap and tuck, then I'll draw a line where I want it to meet the fork, and then I'll add the extra to attach it. But that's it. So what my elongation is that I use, it all depends on the elastic. Heretic, do you have Instagram? If you have Instagram, shoot me a message on there. It's what is my? I think it's Adventure Time Outdoors. You find me on there, send me a message, and I'll send you a link to Purse Nets and Fox Nets. I have a GZK SS4. I have it at home, and I'm actually going to be looking to get rid of it pretty soon. So we'll see what we're going to do with it. I did a video on that quite a while back. It was a fun little shooter for TTF. No, sir. Can't go wrong with a Scout. Scout LT, Scout XT I've never tried before, but the LT is an absolute genius of a frame. My Instagram name, let me double check it because I think I might have changed it to ATO, but I believe it's Adventure Time Outdoors. Hold on a second. Yep. Adventure Time Outdoors. Have a look here. Just look for the old logo, and it's me. Adventure _time _outdoors. You'll find me there. Yeah, but brother, let me tell you, you may be 100% opposite of what you should be doing, but it's working. Let me tell you, when you're popping 70-meter shots, you just do what you do, my friend. Let me tell you, because it's working. I use 0.7 Sniper Sling Black, and I shoot 10-millimeter lead. Woo! I got some 0.7 Sniper Sling Black and Yellow that I have to test out for speeds, but we're still waiting to see what's going on. Gotta wait for some decent weather and some get some decent speeds, decent weather and some time outside so we can get these tested. I got a few bands coming that we're gonna have to get tested also. Put those into the list, see what kind of speeds we can get with heavier ammo, like a 9.5 and 11 millimeter steel. I have both of those here, so that's what we'll be testing out the 0.7s and the 0.8s with. My Instagram name is adventure_time_outdoors. 75. Oh, buddy. I would kill a man for some 75-degree weather right now, let me tell you. It sucks outside. It's raining and -3. So I don't know how it is for you guys, but it's probably like 29 degrees. Something like that. Yeah. Ooh, that's some good speeds. April 4th, buddy, is a big deal. Anytime, bud. If you have any questions about the YouTube stuff, just shoot me a direct message and we'll chat it out and we'll see if we can help you out, man. I mean, I'm no super huge channel, but I've been around the game for a little bit and I know a few tricks that might help you out. So contact me anytime. Open door for you, bud. Oh, 80 degrees. I would love 80 degrees, but 80 degrees is pretty much my limit. I'm a northern boy. We don't like it when it gets too hot. In the steel shop in summertime, we hit like 45 degrees, it's like 110, something like that, and it sucks so bad. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we've been at it for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I think we're gonna wrap this one up for today. I gotta go eat some lunch, and I gotta get some chores done around the house. So I will be seeing you guys soon. Anyway, guys, I gotta cut it short. We'll do another one, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see how things work. But I gotta get a couple of vids shot. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hope all of you guys have a great weekend. Get out, practice, stay safe, be good to each other. I will see you again soon. Love you guys, are freaking awesome.